Hello, I'm Christine Mundo. Welcome to the programme. The European Union's highest court has ruled that Poland's controversial justice reform violates EU law. The court in Luxembourg upheld a finding that the Polish Supreme Court lacked independence and impartiality, which is against EU rules. Poland has already been fined hundreds of millions of euros over the reform, which was passed in 2019. The Conservative government in Warsaw says the EU is undermining its sovereignty. DW's correspondent Jack Parrock in Brussels is following the story for us. Here's his take on the court ruling.
Yeah, this is a really complex case and there's a lot of legal detail about this. But really what this shows is the big battle between the Polish government, which wants to claim its own judiciary, its own sovereignty, and the obligations of Poland to be an EU member state and to allow EU law to be the top law. Essentially what happened is that Poland in 2019 brought in a special disciplinary chamber, it was called, to oversee the working of Supreme Court judges. This amounted to the content of their judgments being reviewed, and if it was not seen to be in line, then they could face penalties, including reduction of their salary, the judges, a suspension of their duties, and even criminal proceedings themselves. So what this was seen by the EU here in Brussels was that this was the government tinkering in the workings of Poland's top court. And what we've seen now is a final judgment by the European Union's top court, which is the top court in all of the EU's countries, saying that this was not in line. Essentially what the judges have said, that the measures of this disciplinary chamber were not compatible with the guarantees of an independent judiciary. That's what they've said today. This is the final ruling. This is it now. Poland has lost this case.
So, as you say, Poland's lost this case. What does this ruling now mean for the Polish government?
Well, it means what they'll try and do. As you mentioned, there's been big fines, €1 million a day since the initial ruling came out up until this day. The fines will now end, but they owe the best part of €1 billion, which is taken out of Poland's ability to access a €35 million fund for getting out of the COVID-19 pandemic. They will try and get back on board with that. But more broadly, this plays into the wider discussions in Poland about Poland's place within the European Union. And this is all in the run-up to a major parliamentary elections. And what you can expect is that the ruling PiS party will probably try and use this ruling to try and fight and show that they are trying to fight the European Union in the courts, Christine.
All right, that's how Jack Parrock reporting for us from Brussels. As always, thank you, Jack. We appreciate that.